It's you that I want when it's me and the men them. We have to run from my party girl them. Don't want me children and thing. Me not ready for all them things.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am laicharris, and today I'm going to be doing a chit chat get ready me like hair edition. So I'm going to be straightening my hair today, and yeah, so I'm going to get right into it. So my hair is like kind of sort of damp, not really, and I'm just going to put spray some of this Beyond the Zone hair protectant or heat protectant in, and I'm just going to blow dry it out a little bit because I just wanted to make it a little bit easier when I'm flat ironing it. It's going to be like the first time that I'm flat ironing it because I swear it rained majority of the summer, so well, majority of the time that I had this hair in, so I couldn't flat iron the hair. But anyway, so I'm just gonna blow dry the hair and then come back once it's all straight. Alright, so this might be as straight as we're gonna get it today. So yeah, I'm just gonna part it and then we're gonna get ready to start talking about my life, where I've been, things like that. Okay, so the last time that I did a chit chat get ready me, it was probably almost a year ago. I think I did one in October, or I let one out in October. So I guess I'm just gonna fill you guys in on what's been going on since, well, this whole year basically. So I want to say in that last video, my last chit chat get ready with me video, I was talking about, yeah, I was talking about my last job, and like probably I was talking about school too. So a little bit after that, I graduated from school. So I finally graduated cosmetology school in October. I think it was like middle of October, so like October 17th, I don't know. But I finally graduated from school, so that was good. After like 2 years being there, I should have been gone after like a year and a half, but I never went to school, so I had to be there longer. So I finally finished school in October, and then shortly after that I left my job that I was at, the grocery store. I left the grocery store after Thanksgiving. I started working at a call center. This is my first time ever working at a call center, and it was short-lived. Not necessarily because I didn't like the job. Well, the job, I didn't care for it, but the reason why I left was because, I guess I was gonna say, it was like unsanitary work conditions. So I left because of that, and then I was unemployed for like 3 or 4 months, probably like 3.5. But yeah, I was unemployed for a little while, and then I finally got the job that I'm at now. And I mean, this job, I'm not gonna say I love the job. I mean, I like the job. It's probably, I guess I can say it's one of the best jobs I've ever had, only because like every day I don't dread going to work. It's really not hard work, and I mean the money's decent. The schedule's not bad. I don't work Sundays. My Saturdays are short. I really have no complaints. I can see myself being here until it's time for me to go and move on to the next thing. Yeah, so I swear every chit chat get ready to me, I have a new job, but I have a new job. I've been working there for almost 3 months now. So yeah, going back to cosmetology school. So like I said earlier, I finally finished school. So the next step is taking the state board, and so I just recently took both parts of the state board. I took the written test in July, and then I took the practical I think Monday. So August, I took them like a month apart. It is now like August 17th, so I took the practical Monday. So it took me 9 months to take my state board, really for no good reason. Like I couldn't take it right after work, right after school, because for one, I needed money I didn't have extra money to take the test, so I couldn't take it right after I finished. And then I had got a new job that I worked Monday through Friday, like 8 to 4:30 or 8 to, I don't know, 8 to something every single day. So I didn't, and the tests are on Monday, so I would have to try to take off, and I was in training for like 2 months or a month and a half, so I couldn't take off to do that. So I couldn't take it December, I couldn't take it January. I guess February I could have tried to take off work, but I wasn't really ready. So basically after I after I quit the job, I was supposed to, you know, study and get ready for the test, but I was just really like BSing, to tell you the truth. And then I didn't have a job, so I didn't have extra money to be spending on the test. Because both the tests are like $190, almost $200 to take the test, and I didn't have that type of money at that time to just be spending. I just had money for bills. Then once I got my new job, I was ready to take it. Like, I could have taken it, but I think I had got the job in like May. So I quit my job in March. April, I didn't have the money. And then May, I didn't have the money either. So I just had to wait till I got my job. So once I got my job in May, I think I started June 4th. So I started beginning of June. They do their schedules like a month out. So I think the next test in June was like the 29th or 26th. It was like at the end of June, but it was on a Monday. But I had to work, so I had to take off in July because they had, once I got all my paperwork finished, they had scheduled me for like that last test in June, but I couldn't take the test in June because I had to work. And so I had made sure that I rescheduled, and I had to pay another $85 because I rescheduled too late. So I had to pay another $85 to reschedule my test in July. So long story short, I rescheduled my test in July, and it's my written test, so I did my written test first, and then I ended up passing it with an 86. So I passed my test first time with an 86, and then I had to reschedule. You know what? I'm lying. I did not reschedule my written test. I rescheduled my practical because I could schedule my written test whenever I wanted to. It was the practical that was already pre-scheduled for me, and they had scheduled that for like sometime in July, end of July, but I couldn't take it then, so I had to take it in August, this Monday. So I rescheduled that to August, and then I took the test, and I don't know if I passed or not. I think I did good, but this is taking, it's not like the results for this is not as quick as the written test. Like, I knew that I passed as soon as I finished, but I didn't get my score for the written test until the next day. They sent in like an email, but with this practical right now, I don't know if I passed or not, and it's low-key stressing me out because I just don't know. Like, I literally check my email every day. I check the website every single day because I don't know if I pass. I'm really not trying to spend another $90-something for the test again. I'm really not trying to be in there for another 4 hours trying to demonstrate all that again. I just want it to be over with. Like, I feel like I took long enough. I've been doing this since 2015. It is now 2018, almost 2019. I don't have time for this, okay? I just want to get my license and be done with it. And then if I do get my license, I have to pay another like $185 or one something, just more money for the license itself. And then every year or 2 years, I have to renew it. But anyways, I should know that because there was a question on the written test, how many years or whatever, but oh well, it's not important right now. I feel like in my last video, I talked about my business too, and like wanting to start that. That's still, I wouldn't say rocky. Like, I've been getting some pretty good sales. Like, I made a decent amount of money this year compared to last year, and I'm in the process of revamping like the site getting together, new things. Like I just want to come back. I'm on a little hiatus right now on my website. Like I'm still making wigs, but my website is down at the moment. So I'm just trying to get things together, like behind the scenes, and just come out with everything all together and not just like piece by piece. So that's what's going on in my business. I'm not saying that I'm not really worried about it right now, but I'm just trying to get other things together before I fully devote all my time to that. So since we've talked about school, we've talked about work, we talked about, you know, cosmetology and things like that, I guess we can talk about something that's really it's like non-existent, but we can talk about it anyways, which is my dating life. I don't think I talked about it in my last video, but the video before, I think my first CHIT Get Ready Me, I was talking about how I was celibate and things like that, and that was that was last year, 2017. So I was celibate all the way up until like November. So that was, I think it was about 10 months. And when I decided not to be anymore, I just didn't feel like being celibate anymore. No regrets. But yeah, so dating life. So me and my friends went out to DC for Halloween, and one of my friends was telling me that they were on Tinder, and just talking about how good the people out there looked, and I'm just like, Tinder? Like, I've been on Tinder. I tried Tinder out one time before. That was like, I don't know if I was like I was probably out of high school when I tried it. So like my freshman year or sophomore year of college, I tried to get on it for like a day, and I did not like it, so I deleted it immediately. Like, it was nothing up there, no pieces at all. So they were just talking about how the people on Tinder around in DC are really cute, and I was like, you know what, I'm bored, I'm not doing anything, like why not just see what it's about? So I ended up downloading it, and it was a lot of cute guys up there. Like, so I was like swiping right literally all night. We were all in there just like swiping right, swiping left, just up there, like that was the thing. So that's what we were doing, and I was talking to a lot of guys up there. And of course, I was only there for a weekend, so a lot of people that I was talking to up there, like, it faded. It didn't go anywhere because I live like 3 hours away from DC, 2 or 3 hours away from DC. So I mean, they weren't close anymore, and like you could see the miles of the people you talk to. So like they were like thousands of miles away from me. So they weren't even that close anymore, and so like that faded away. And so I wasn't really supposed to be on it. Like, I was like, let me just see what the guys look like around here, because I hadn't been up there in years, like probably 3 or 4 years I hadn't been on Tinder. So just like before, like it wasn't that many to pick from, like compared to DC. DC's big. You get DC, Maryland, like you get a whole lot of like surrounding cities too. So it was a lot to choose from. But back home, there was nothing to choose from. There was just like a little bit. So I was talking to guys up here, and some of them, it was just, I like Tinder, you just don't take it serious. Like, some guys will talk to you for like a couple of days, you might get their number, and then they text you for like a day or two, and then you don't hear from them ever again. It's just like, oh well, next. And so we did that. I was doing that. So it's like beginning of November, and I think I ended up meeting with like 3 of the guys out of like 40, 50 guys that I was talking to up there. And the first one, we maybe talked for like a couple weeks. I met up with him, talked for a couple weeks. The second one, I still talk to him, but like he's really annoying. Like, I'd rather not talk to him, but he still bothers me. And then the third one was one that I actually began to talk to like seriously, and it was really surprising to me because when I first went up there, I wasn't looking for anything. Like, my bio legit said I can only be your friend, and that's it, like something along those lines. Like, I'm not trying to do nothing crazy. Like, this is not, no. And so we were talking, and like we were talking when I was when I had just came back from DC. So I think I had went to DC for Halloween, but last year Halloween wasn't exactly Halloween was like on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, but we went out there the weekend before, so it was really like the 27th, 28th. So when I came back home, it was I think Halloween had passed, or Halloween was going on like during the week, so nobody really cared about it. But he had started talking to me, talking about what he was gonna wear, thinking about what he was gonna wear or whatever. And I was like, oh, I was SZA for Halloween or whatever. And he was like, he had never heard of her and all this blah blah. I'm like, what, you never heard of SZA? And he was like, yeah, I never heard of her. And so we end up, the way he came into my DMs was so whack. I tell him this all the time, but the way he came into my DMs was so whack. He was like saying that he had dropped in my DMs, like landed in a helicopter, some real whack. So he did all that, and we were just talking. So he ended up, the slickest way, or wasn't really that slick, I just think he's whack. Like, not seriously, but not in a bad whack, but like cute whack, whatever. He ended up asking like to see what I look like for Halloween, and was like, you know, you should send me some pictures of your Halloween fit or whatever, to his number. So basically to get my number, like that's what he did. And so I did that, and we were just texting ever since then. And we had texted for like a few days, and then he kind of went ghost. And so like I didn't think anything of it. Like I said before, these Tinder guys come and go, next, nothing special. So at this very point, it was like the middle of December, or like the 8th, 9th, 10th, I don't know, basically like the middle of December. And like I was hanging out with a few guys, and I was just like over everything. I didn't really feel like talking to anybody. Like I was just going out just to go out, was not in it, like still face, all of that when I was out. But he had asked to go to, like, he came out of nowhere. Like, for one, he added me on Snapchat, and I didn't know he added me on Snapchat. And then two, he added me on Instagram, and I think once he added me on Instagram, I realized that, you know, who he was, and like he was following me and all this. So he had hit me up, text me again after a few days, and was just saying like he wanted to see me, basically like meet up and, you know, go to a movie or whatever. And so we end up planning that. And one thing I really liked about him from the jump was that, like, this might not seem like much, but when we were talking about going to the movies, he was screenshotting like all the movies and the show times, like putting in effort. Because, you know, to me, like, girls usually do stuff like that. Like, if you say you want to go to the movies, like, the guys would be like, just find a show time, blah blah. But he didn't do that. Like, he went through all of that and picked the show time and put in some effort to hang out. And I was just like, oh, okay, well, let's see. Like, still, I wasn't really feeling it. I was like, okay, well, that's cool. He's putting the effort. So we met up for the first time, went to the movies. And one, I was turned off from the jump because when we went, I went in front of, we went during the day, so movies are cheaper then. So I purposely went in front of him so that he can pay for it. And this fool said one ticket. I was like, what? One ticket? Okay. So that was like low-key a turn off. And yeah, so we went to go see Jigsaw, and I mean, it was our first time seeing each other, so I ended up telling him at the end of the movie, like, when we was going back to the car, like, this is not, I didn't really get to know you, like, we didn't get to talk. And I was like, you know, I'm about to go to the mall and get me something to eat, get me some bourbon chicken. He's like, you about to go to the mall? He's like, I can come with you. So we went to the mall together, we got something to eat, and we just ended up sitting talking. And I mean, it was cool. It was good conversation. Like, ever since that day, we were hanging out like at least twice a week, texting every single day, and that went on for a good minute. And so basically we just started talking, and I just kept saying, like, I was not trying to do this at all. Like, I was not expecting any of this. Thought he was gonna be another Tinder guy because, like, for one, he had went ghost for a little bit, so like a few days, so I thought it was over with. Like, that was that. But we ended up talking all the way from, like, officially from like January until recently. We had even went on trips. We went on a little trip to DC with my friends in April for 420, and it's a cool little thing. Went to movies, did things like that. Like, we hung out all the time. But like towards the end of it, I was just like, I was feeling very like stagnant. Like, it wasn't going anywhere. Like, we were just talking, and I told myself that I wasn't gonna keep doing that with guys. Like, either you're going to make it official or we're not going to do it. Like, we're not just going to be kind of sort of talking, messing around, and you getting all these benefits of a girlfriend, and I'm not your girlfriend. Like, I wasn't with that. So I told him that I'm not really with that. Like what you trying to do, either you're trying to be with me or we're just not going to do anything. We're just going to be friends. And he ended up telling me, like, he realized he wasn't ready for a relationship, and that was that. So now we're just cordial, we're just friends, and yeah. So at this very moment in my dating life, I'm not gonna say I'm completely over it like how I was in November when I first started talking to him, but I'm just like, for some reason my camera cut off. But yeah, I'm not gonna say that I'm completely over like dating and stuff like that, like I was when I first started talking to him, but it's just like another L, like another one that I thought was potential, but it wasn't. And it's a little tiring. Like, I've been single for almost 4 years, so like 3.5 years, and it's just like, it's the same thing. Like, nobody's trying to get into relationships. Everybody just want to like get the benefits without actually having to commit, and I'm just not with that. Like, if he would have caught me some other time, I would have been cool with it because I would have been doing my own thing, but I wasn't with it. And so yeah, that's my freaking dating life. That's what it is. I don't know, this hair is like, it's getting straight, but it's just not. I like my hair to be like bone straight. I don't even know if I have anything else to talk about. I don't think I have anything else to talk about. I think this is all I came with today. And I guess I thought I'd be done with my hair before I'd be done talking, but I guess not. So, I mean, I guess I can talk about the things I want for my future. Things I'm planning on, but not too much. You know, I can't let y'all know too much. But I can say that I am pretty happy right now. I'm in a better place. I think every single year I progress, and I'm in a different place, not the same place I was last year, like mentally. Like, I've been low before. And I think the main thing is guys just, I feel like we can do without them. They can just bring you down sometimes. Even, well, the wrong people, period, can bring you down. Just have you just feeling like nothing. This is looking like a blowout. It's not looking like, it's really not looking like anything. Yeah, but I'm planning on, after I get this license, God willing, I get my license, I'm just gonna work on saving my money up because I'm really trying to move. I'm trying to leave the state before the end of next summer. So in about a year or so, I want to leave because this place sucks, and just really work on, focus more on like YouTube, focus more on like my hair thing, just focus more on my future, my career, my goals, instead of putting so much time into these jobs that I don't care about, these jobs that I know I'm not going to be doing for the rest of my life. I just want to really start working on my future. So that's what I'm going to be doing within these next 12 months. Building my brands. Just making sure that I'm just not in the same place, because I really want to be able to travel. I really want to be able to just go out and explore, live my life, and just do something different. I feel like I've been doing like different variations of like the same thing for the past couple years. I've been saying I want to move out next year for a couple years now, but I mean, in order to do that, for one, I gotta keep a job, but these jobs gotta stop playing with me and give my money and give my hours, and then we'll be good. And then if a job is not keeping me happy, I'm not gonna stay there and deal with it. I'm sorry. Like, jobs and relationships are really like similar to me. If it's not working out for me, I can leave and find something else, and I will not go back, because I just don't want to. There's no need to. Just cannot. Is this getting straight? I hope this is not going to be like bumped in the back. It's always like wavy in the back. But yeah, so I'm just going to finish the rest of my hair and then come back when it's done. And yeah. Okay guys, so I'm back and this is what my hair looks like now. It's all flowy and it's not like super sleek straight, but I mean it's straight, it's no bumps. And I hate when my hair has like the bumps in it and things like that. So let's see if I can get the back. Alright, so I'm finished with my hair, guys. That's what it looks like. If you guys like this video, if you like my chit chat talking videos, let me know down below, because believe it or not, I do like to talk a whole lot. So if you like this video, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to my channel, comment down below, tell me what you think, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.